What's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching all about leveraging social media content to grow your home service brand. This is a video from last year's Jobber Summit. I was a guest speaker. This year's Jobber Summit is tomorrow. It's a completely free event. I'm going to link below in the description for you guys to join. I'm going to be in the chat room the entire day for Jobber Summit. So if you want to meet me and learn from other home service entrepreneurs, I encourage you to jump on a Jobber Summit tomorrow. Linked in the description. Subscribe, thumbs up, and enjoy this video.
Session in the Optimizing Operations track presented by Nice Job tackles the topic of building a customer community using social media. Panelists Adam Chapman, Alyssa Armstrong, and Jeff Thorman have all built large social followings and leveraged social media to engage with customers. Katie Fitzgerald, Jobber's social media manager, will be asking them to share their experience and advice. I am so excited about this because social media is how I exploded fast. And watching people like Jeff Thorman and what he's done with his community has been phenomenal. My friend Jeff, I'm looking forward to hearing this. Over to you, Katie. Y'all are going to have fun.
Welcome everyone to this Jobber Summit session. I'm going to get right into questions here. So how has social media helped you grow your business? Alyssa, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, so I actually did it opposite. I started social media before I got into the cleaning business industry. And so it kind of turned into just like a hobby, creating content on TikTok. And then I kind of saw that there was a demand for cleaning everywhere, but obviously I can't go everywhere. So Michigan. And so it kind of grew from there. And then slowly I got other social media platforms. So I got a Facebook, an Instagram, and like it kind of just gets the word out. Like the more content you put out, the more likely that people in your local area are going to see you. So even though I did it opposite, it still is great to help advertise my business on all my platforms, but I primarily do TikTok.
Amazing. Adam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, social media has been our number one secret for a home service business. When I started out, we had very little budget. So by posting on Instagram and Facebook, we were posting on those platforms, posting on Google My Business. When our larger competitors with the big budget, they were not doing that. It was a good way for us to start building up our reputation online. We've been consistently doing that right now, and that is the number one reason why I think we're at where we are is having a strong social media presence with a lot of Google reviews. And then also posting content on my TikTok has allowed me to start a program to help people launch and scale their home service companies. So it's brought a lot of customers in as well as meet a lot of cool people too.
That's great. Yeah, I love that you mentioned the free aspect because I feel like it's such a great tool for, newer home service business owners or people looking for, that organic marketing tool. And then it, both Alyssa and Adam, it kind of led to other opportunities or kind of, developed, changed your plan, your business plan, all that fun stuff. So it's neat that social media provides those different opportunities. And Jeff, what do you think?
Well, 12 years ago, I started filming my projects just to create differentiation. All my competitors had web pages and everybody was putting up pictures and nobody knew if anybody had done any of the work. So I figured if I did video, there was proof that that was me and that was my work. And that actually, once we started publishing these videos online, it snowballed. And so it actually got me a lot of work, but the social media aspect actually outpaced the contracting part. So now I've been retired from contracting for 3 years and social media is my full-time business.
Amazing. And for you all, which social networks do you think business owners should start using first? Jeff, since you were kind of already on the mic there, we'll start with you.
Well, as speaking from a business perspective, your social media should correspond with your demographic. Who is your customer? If you're looking to do a service-based business and an older demographic, you're going to find on Facebook, no matter, how much you might hate Facebook, that's fine. They're there and that's your target market. So if the fish are already in a barrel, you might as well just go fish in that barrel, right? And that is really what it's all about. Find your demographic, find a social media that matches that demographic, and then go to work collecting your customers right where they're found.
Yeah, that's such a great tip. Adam, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, I agree with Jeff. Although I love TikTok, I know for a home service company, our audience is going to be on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're just starting out your social media, I would say focus where your audience is going to be. Facebook and Instagram, you have that cross-posting benefit. You want to start posting where your audience is going to be and what's going to be able to start bringing you in customers, hopefully as fast as possible, which would be something like an Instagram, a Facebook. So definitely those two are the biggest two to jump on. 100% I agree with Jeff on that. Go where your audience is instead of what your favorite platforms are.
Awesome. Yeah. And Alyssa, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, I think that all the social media platforms offer benefits in a different way. I think TikTok is good to possibly get a viral video and get a ton of views and more eyes on your stuff. And then I think Facebook is really good for local people, finding people more locally, and like reels do really good on there. And then I think Instagram is really good also to find local people, but to really connect with the people that follow you on Instagram and the other platforms. So those are like my top three. If I had to pick two, I would say TikTok is good to gain a lot of views, and Facebook's good to do pretty much everything. So like those two would be probably the two I suggest starting with.
Yeah, that's great. And in your experience as well, what types of content have helped attract followers and build that community on your social media platforms? Adam, I'll start with you.
Right now, short form content is king. Absolutely, that's been a really big one for us. I do think you want to have multiple different sort of formats of content, but in terms of just building up followers, having good short form video that it follows the guidelines of whatever platform you're posting on.
Awesome. And Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Well, that bothers me that the short format is king, because I have the exact opposite experience. But like on our YouTube channel, the YouTube has such a great algorithm with identifying the living room viewer that our best content is 2.5 to 3 hours long in their video content. But when it comes to finding a customer and building a community, our biggest issue is that you want the person who watches your video to have a positive emotional response to the video. So they want to be able to say, I trust you, I like you, whatever that is, so that it's relatable and shareable, and that every time they see you on the feed, they get another positive dose of happy emotion, and that they are ready to do business with you.
Yeah, that's such great tips. Alyssa, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I hope one day to be like Jeff and create long YouTube videos, but right now that's not a thing. But I think that shorter form, I think like Adam said, for me personally, I think that my audience has just likes to go quickly, see what they want to see, and like move on. So I think those do well. And then I think videos that are kind of controversial do well, like nothing crazy, but people like to debate about their favorite things. And like if you have a cleaning product you like and someone else doesn't like that cleaning product, they will go to bat for that in the comments. So it starts comments, gets engagement, and get to know your followers a little bit better.
Yeah, I love that. I like we have a range of content ideas here. We have it just engaging content on social media to grow your following. And then there's also, showing your work, creating those videos. And one thing, even through my experience as a social media manager at Jobber, video takes a ton of effort to make, and you need, the different tools. So, and it takes a lot of time sometimes to edit them. So, how can busy entrepreneurs create effective content on their, tight, busy schedules and budgets as well? Alyssa, we'll start with you.
Yeah. So one thing that I do offer my clients is a little 10% discount if they allow me to create content while I'm cleaning their house. And doing that allows me to not only clean and make money cleaning, but also creating content, which then I can go home and edit. So I'm kind of like killing two birds with one stone. And then also you can create multiple videos or content out of one video. So like if you shoot a video like for me cleaning my living room, I can create one long video of that, and then I can do little sections of how I clean my couch, how I dust, whatever, like stuff. So you can kind of create multiple videos and like batch film in a way so that you don't have to create 10 different videos at 10 different times. Like use one video and you can create multiple different videos off of that.
Yeah, that's such a great tip for sure. Adam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, repurposing content's always a good way to make use of it. And I look at this as two ways. So it's like if you have a tight schedule, but you do have the budget, I recommend paying for help, paying for someone to come in and film and help with that process. That's what we do. We do a mix actually, because I do like creating the content myself, and I created it all myself when I first started. So if you're on a tight schedule and your business is doing well and you have the money, I highly recommend investing in someone that knows what they're doing to help you with it, because your time's probably used better elsewhere than it is trying to learn everything in and outs of video. However, if you are on a tight budget and a tight schedule, filming everything you can, just keep filming, and then creating a Google Drive folder, putting the stuff in there. And then when you have time, like make it a habit. Instead of consuming content, start creating it, right? So the amount of time that you spend on your phone scrolling, start using that time to actively be editing something in your phone or putting together a reel and posting it. And even if you just do that, you'll be able to get out one post a day. And that's at least a good start to getting your social media efforts going.
So true. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, how can a busy entrepreneur make content on a schedule and a budget? How can you not? Like entrepreneurs don't work 40 hours a week. So time is never an issue. There's always more time if there's air in your lungs, right? When it comes to sales and marketing, that's the biggest expense almost every business on the planet has. So if you're an entrepreneur, you get to take a look at, film what you're doing, do time lapse, and then take time to do voiceover after the fact. It's engaging content that works. But think about this. Don't wait to start your social media content, because it is a curve. And every year your curve is going to have a percentage of growth, and it compounds. So if you wait 2 years, you eliminate the most successful 2 years of your profit margin. It comes off the table, which will be 90% of your life's profit. So the biggest thing is don't wait.
Yes,
I agree.
Good
Don't wait.
point.
Just post. You never know what's gonna go off, what's not. I mean, worst that it doesn't go off, but like it's okay. Like even if one person sees it, that one person could be your client, your customer. So
right. The best thing is you could fail 100 times and then find out what works, but then you found out what works.
Right. Exactly.
And yeah. I mean, once you found out what works, then all the pain to get there doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're on the point of just getting out there and getting started, some quick ways if you don't have a social media presence right now is getting out there, getting all your handles on the platforms. Go and get your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook. Go get them all, even if you're not going to use them all. Get those handles. Go to Canva, make a little logo, put your logo in, make sure everything's branded well as your bios match. Have a good bio with a call to action to your website. Ideally a landing page where you're going to take the customer's information, and then and blast your posts.
Today versus last year is a completely different market. You can actually film on a 4K camera with an iPhone nowadays, and you have better video quality than most people had access to 16 months ago. So don't look at history as being your competition. Look at today. You can make the greatest stuff on earth, so get busy making it.
Love that. Such great advice for sure. And Adam, that, such a great tip as well to, make sure you have all those handles, even though you're not starting, you might not be doing all of those at one time. Make sure that you have that branding in place. That first impression is really good. And then like Jeff and Alyssa said, just start making content, and it's okay if it's 2 people viewing at first. Don't get discouraged. And it's all about testing content too, and seeing what's going to work for your audience. So yeah, such great advice. So once they, set up their page, they have all their branding, and start making content, how do you turn, those followers then into paying customers? Adam, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I kind of touched on this, I guess, on my last answer there. So as soon as you want to build your following, you want to be posting because you want to get eyeballs. However, the most important thing of any business is making sales. So this is a really, really important question. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're sending them to a landing page and having the information there. So if you have a window cleaning company and you're posting about window cleaning, you want to make sure that when they click that link on your social media profile, that there's a place to get their information. So you're gonna get their name, whatever contact info you need, and then ideally that's going into a CRM, and then you have some sort of either email campaign going out, or you have a lead setter or a sales rep giving a call to the lead, calling them right away, and then creating a quote or closing a deal. So having the audience is great. However, it means nothing unless on the back end you're making sales for your business. So having your landing page, collecting their info, and then a sales process, and then posting over time, you're going to build that relationship, because not everybody follows you and then right away wants to buy. So consistent posting, kind of like they both said already, over a year, some people will come to us after following us for 3 years and then spend $2,000 on Christmas lights. So you never know who's watching, and you never know when they're going to spend money. So consistently posting and having a system in place to capture that lead and close the deal.
Such great tips for sure. Alyssa, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like how Adam said, like, have a landing page in place where people can go fill out their information for you to see, because like Jobber, I love their questionnaire thing that you can link into your social media and your website. It's so easy, and people, if something's too complicated, they're not going to fill it out, and they're not going to take it much further. Like, they want easy, they want quick. So I love that questionnaire, and I think that helps push people to take the next step. And then before and after pictures, I always say, our videos kind of speak for themselves. And for TikTok, Instagram, whatever platform, posting before and after pictures is great to show people what you do, and that will really help them take that step into asking for your services.
So true. And Jeff, what are your thoughts?
That's all great. I mean, that's wonderful information. They know what they're doing. I would just say, when it comes to like the YouTube platform, which is pretty much my bread and butter, if you're going to invest a lot of time and energy and money on social media, you're going to develop a following, and some of the people in that following are going to absolutely love what you do, and they're going to want to be able to support you. And so having some sort of a subscription service is another thing to consider. It doesn't take much. If you're on social media for even a year, you'd be surprised. You might find 50 or 100 or even 1,000 people willing to help support your endeavor on a month-to-month basis. And that is a great way to turn a customer out of nothing, right? You don't have to sell a service or a product. They're just willing to help support you because they want to see what you're creating.
So true. My next question for you all are, what tools do you use to manage your social media pages and create that quality content? Alyssa, I'll start with you.
So there's a few that I like to use. Canva is great to create logos, create templates, all kinds of stuff you can create. You can either also create like Instagram stories. So Canva's a great spot. For editing, a lot of times I just use in-app stuff like in Instagram and TikTok, but one that I do love to use is called InShot. It's really great for editing. And then obviously Jobber helps, even though it's not like for content creation. It really helps me organize all of my clients' information and the questionnaires and reach out to people so that I can make sure that I'm creating the content that they want, and also like the services that they want. And like I said, I offer a discount, so it really allows me to see, like, will I be able to create content while I'm at their house? Will I offer the discount? So those 3 platforms are like my favorite for social media.
For sure. And Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Well, when it comes to our long format videos, we've gotten real sophisticated. But when it comes to our short form content, which is, I think, probably primarily the most exciting way for someone who's starting a business or growing a young business, we use an iPhone and edit with Splice right on the phone. You don't have to have a lot of equipment, a lot of startup costs to get great quality photo and video and do your editing. For the love of the Lord, just edit your stuff. Get rid of the dead space, edit for retention, and you can get your videos to a point where you're going to have a lot of success.
So true. And Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a we're a little bit of a software heavy, like over on everything, so I don't want to like get crazy with it.